Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? So tonight we're here for a live stream match watch along for Nottingham Forest v Chelsea. The glasses on. So I hope you guys are okay. Happy New Year! All the best to you guys. Hopefully you've had a good few days and an enjoyable evening last night. Having a drink with the family and stuff. So, like I say, guys, we're here for live match watch along for Nottingham Forest Chelsea. We did see Nottingham play the other day against Man United a few days back. And they did do okay. They struggled a little bit, but maybe they can give a better account of themselves at home tonight against Chelsea. So if you guys are just joining us, it'd be great to hear what your thoughts are on the game and any other games, because there's quite a few other games going on around the UK as well, guys. So feel free to drop your comments in. Let me know your thoughts on any of the other games around the UK today. So, guys, we're just a minute or two into the game, and Chelsea in possession at the back at the moment. Um, as I say, guys, quite a few other games going on around the UK as well at the minute. Games that are still playing, obviously in the Championship. Blackpool currently 1-1 with Sunderland, Coventry 1-1 with Bristol, Huddersfield 1-1 with Luton, and Millwall 2-0 up against Rotherham, and that's in the Championship. There's some other games going on in the EFL League One and League Two. We'll go through them shortly, guys. But at the minute, Nottingham Forest on the attack. But their attempt to get a ball into the box is caught by the goalkeeper. So Chelsea with the ball at the minute at the back, midway inside their own half of the pitch. They're just passing it about at the back at the moment, guys. Obviously, just probing Nottingham's Forest to see if there's any early gaps in their defence early in this game. So Chelsea on the attack now down this near side with Raheem Sterling on the ball. He passes it back inside to the midfield. So not much to say at the minute, guys. Just a long ball forward from Chelsea, but headed clear, and now Nottingham Forest attempting to break out from the press, but Chelsea get the ball back. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. While we just, like I say, the game's just getting going, really, guys. Big George, how's it going, mate? Hi, guys. How's it going, Big George? Great to see you, mate. Happy New Year. All the best. Hopefully you're good. Good to see you, mate. Welcome to the show. Great to see you, mate. Thank you very much for dropping in. Stevie Allen, how's it going, Stevie? Hi, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Stevie. Great to see you, mate. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. Big George, if you're still there, mate, and Stevie, please do drop a score prediction in if you've got one. It'd be great to get a few early predictions before the game really gets going. We're just over 5 minutes in at the minute, guys. So Chelsea just passing it about rather slowly at the minute at the back. let's hope we see a bit more improvement from Nottingham Forest's attacking options tonight. As I say, we did a match watch along the other day for Nottingham against United, and they gave a reasonably good account of themselves, but they just struggled in the final third when they got forward. Obviously, that was away from home, so being playing at home today, they might have a bit more joy against Chelsea with the home fans behind them. But we'll have to wait and see. And a ball out to this near side to Raheem Sterling, who cuts it in and across into the box, but it's blocked off by Nottingham Forest, and now the goalkeeper picks up the ball. But not Chelsea at the minute, just probing a little bit down this near side. They've not created an awful lot, but you can see that that's their intent to try and get down this near side and see if they can get crosses in and get in behind Nottingham Forest. So we'll see how that develops. But currently Nottingham Forest on the ball and now pushing up the field on that far side. Under pressure from Chelsea defender, but still with Forest, and it's gone out for a throw-in level with the goal box. Let's just pop back to the chat, see what you guys saying. Big George, I'm good, thanks. Happy New Year. I'm the Leeds fan in the Premier League group chat that helped you out with the clip. I reckon Chelsea will win 3-0. All right, Big George, cool. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate you letting me know that you are involved in the group chat. That's good to know. Thank you very much for coming getting involved, mate. Obviously, as you've seen with the clip that you give me, it's done reasonably well on the channel, and I am going to be sharing it. I think I did tell you, I messaged you about it. It's just been so crazy this week with all the games, match watch-alongs. I've not had a chance to do it. So yeah, I will be posting that again on Instagram just to help promote the idea. But yeah, absolutely, mate. Thank you very much. Great to see you. Obviously, let us know any thoughts you've got on Leeds as well. Obviously, I know we're here for the Nottingham Forest Chelsea game, but you guys are always free to talk about other clubs and your own club as well. So if you're still there, Big George, please do let us know your thoughts on Leeds since the break, and how you felt about the obviously tough game for you guys coming back straight after the World Cup, facing Man City straight away. But obviously that game's out the way now, so obviously hopefully you've got some slightly easier fixtures. They can't be much tougher than Man City, can they, mate? And Nottingham, sorry, I'll come back to it. Nottingham Forest on the break here with a great shot on goal, getting in behind Chelsea there with a ball right through the middle, and Chelsea caught out a little bit there at the back. So that shows a bit of intent from Nottingham Forest in this game. Hopefully, like I said, guys, we will see more opportunities for them. We did the match watch along the other day, and they was pretty good against United. They just struggled in that final third. But yeah, as I was saying, Big George, like I say, mate, let us know your thoughts on the upcoming fixtures for Leeds and what you made of the game against Man City. Obviously, like I say, really tricky game that as a first game back. I don't think any club would want to face Man City first game back after the World Cup. But like I say, you guys have had to do that. And it's, I suppose, the one way to look at it, that fixture's out the way now, so you can start really focusing on the fixtures that you potentially can get some serious points on the board from. So, yeah, let us know if you're there, mate. Be appreciated to hear from you about Leeds, your thoughts. Obviously, I always give my opinion, but there's nothing better than you guys sharing your thoughts on your own club, because nobody knows your club better than you guys. So, yeah. So, just got a stoppage at the minute for a tackle. Play down on the pitch, but hopefully he's okay. Just seeing the replay at the minute for the attempt from Nottingham Forest. It was a really good shot broke him from that down that far side, and really quick play from Nottingham Forest, and I think that maybe gave Chelsea a little bit of a wake up call. So the game's restarted with Forest at the back, um, and they're just passing it about a bit at the minute. Sorry, sorry, have I missed a comment out there? Yeah, I did. Stevie Allen saying 3-1 Chelsea. Ah, that's a good shout, mate. Hopefully, like I say, yeah, I can see Chelsea getting a win here, but I also like I've told you guys before, I do have a little bit of a soft spot when it comes to underdog games, and obviously, no disrespect to Chelsea, but it would be nice to see Nottingham Forest put a performance in today. Stevie's saying, hope I'm wrong and Nottingham get a win. Yep, I'm sure there will be a few people obviously thinking that, Stevie, mate. Um, Chelsea kind of had a quieter season than last year. This year, I think maybe just going under the radar a little bit with the new manager. Obviously, not the intent pressure on him for the first season, for his first full season in charge, and obviously, I think the fans are staying a little bit reserved as well because they're waiting to see exactly what the new owners' intentions are in the transfer window and stuff like that. So we're just seeing a break from Nottingham Forest. And we'll come back to the comments in a sec, guys. Nottingham Forest down that far side, trying to put some pressure on Chelsea, but there's been a stoppage for a foul. I think it's gone against Nottingham Forest. It was actually a foul off the ball, guys. Two players coming together. Yeah, it's gone Chelsea's way. I'm not quite sure how the referee can come to that conclusion when it's an off the ball challenge. But yeah, there you go. Big George is saying, I think we're signing a centre half from RB's Salzburg, so that should hopefully help our defence. We got a good point away at Newcastle, so I'm reasonably happy so far. Yeah, that's a good shout, that, mate, as well. Yeah, because like you said, Newcastle have been doing really well. I think they shocked a lot of people this season. I think a lot of people expecting an improvement from Newcastle. A ball into the box from Nottingham Forest, but it's cleared by Chelsea. Sorry to break off there. Yeah, as I was saying, Newcastle surprising quite a few people this season. I think we all expected them to improve, but we didn't expect them to improve to this level where they're actually up in the top four of the Premier League. Chelsea on the ball with Sterling trying to break into the box, but he's lost the ball on the edge of the box. And now Forest looking to break on the counter-attack down the far side. And Chelsea only 4 or 5 men back with Forest 3 men forward. But good attempt from Forest. Ball into the edge of the box, but cleared by Chelsea. And they build again from that far side. So, yeah, absolutely, mate. But like I say, what's your thoughts on Leeds for the season, mate? How do you think Leeds will finish the season? Do you think climb up the table a bit more, or do you expect a tough second half to the season? Obviously, I know you. I know as a football fan, you're probably hoping for the highest finish you can possibly get, and we've just had a goal for Chelsea, a cross into the box from the far side, and it's hits off the bar and falls literally right into Raheem Sterling's path, and he's pretty much got an open net to tap it into under no pressure. The goalkeeper was still in his goal area, but as the ball fell to Sterling, he was under absolutely no pressure, so he's able to just tap it into the back of the net. So 15 minutes in, guys, and it's Chelsea 1-0 up. They just came down that far side and cross into the box. Forest trying to defend it in their own box, trying to head it away, but I think it came off a Forest play because it was actually a Chelsea. No, it's a Chelsea player who's tried to head it back towards goal, and it's bounced off the top of the post, off the top of the goal post, goal bar, and bounced back into field and right into Raheem Sterling's path. And like I say, he's able to just tap that one right in the back of the net, even though there was a defender on the line as well as the goalkeeper. Um, so yeah, thanks for that, Big George. Appreciate you letting us know your thoughts. Big George also saying I'm rooting for Chelsea as we can't be having Forest picking up points. Yeah, obviously from your point of view, mate, I understand that. Yeah, you obviously you're seeing them as a potential rival for the rest of the. Oh, get your words out, Gareth. For the remainder of the season. Sorry, for the remainder of the season, but I think obviously I think I've said it a few times. I'd love to see Leeds stay up this season, but I'd also like to see Forest stay up as well because I think they're both two clubs that could add to the Premier League with the with the passionate fans that they've got. So yeah, Chelsea at the ball on the halfway line at the minute, just passing it about. Um, you've got me curious now, mate. I'm just going to quickly look at. Right, I see. I see. Yeah, sorry, I've just refreshing my mind, guys, with the table and where teams are at. But yeah, now I see why Big George saying that. Obviously, Leeds sat in 14th at the minute, so Leeds, from a Leeds point of view, you guys would be probably happy with the teams that are already in the relegation. What is a surprise this season is to see Wolves and Southampton really struggling. I think it was coming with Southampton, with the fact they've lost a lot of players, and also the fact that they've been struggling to replace them players, but still managing to put up a battle in the Premier League. But yeah, I think they've finally succumbed to the fact that they've been struggling to keep hold of their players in the last few seasons. Like I say, I was shocked how well they did actually last season. But yeah, the big surprise, I suppose, in that lot for me is Wolves being down in that bottom three. Um, so we'll see how the rest of it. Still plenty of games to go, guys. We're only just coming up to the halfway mark in the Premier League for games. So there's still half the season to be played. So it could all change. We'll have to see how it pans out as the season progresses. But thank you very much for that, Big George. Appreciate you letting us know. I think you guys will be safe though, mate. I don't think you guys are going to get sucked into that relegation. If you keep steadily picking up points, I think you'll stay clear of that bottom three. But you can never tell, can you? In the Premier League, it's such a tough league to stay in for teams that are recently promoted in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Joey, how's it going, mate? Happy New Year, Fanden. Happy New Year, Joey. Great to see you, mate. All the best. Hope you've had a good day yesterday and a nice night toasting the new year in last night. Great to see you, mate. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Always a pleasure to have you involved, Joey. And like I say, hopefully you had a great night last night. We're just seeing a stoppage for a foul on Chelsea player in the centre of the park. I think it's Pulisic. I think. I think he's rolled his ankle there under pressure from Forest. I think just as he's tried to keep the ball under control, he's just rolled his ankle, and hopefully that won't be too serious. Let's go back to the chat while we just wait for the game to restart. Thanks for that, Joey. Kieran Williams must been a tapping all his scores. Um, Kieran Williams, welcome to the chat, mate. Happy New Year, great to see you. I'm presuming you're talking about Raheem Sterling there, mate. I'm presuming. Yeah, it was a tap in. You're spot on there. Um, I don't know. Like I say, I'm not. Um, Raheem Sterling's never been one of my most favourite players. I've nothing against the lad. He's a very talented player, but I was never impressed with the way he left Liverpool. I thought it was a bit obvious that he was only interested in the money. He can make out that he was interested in the glory by going to Man City, but I think I think those of us that know football well are well aware he went for the money. Because Liverpool were building a winning team as he was when he was still at the club, and yeah, all right. At that particular moment when he was at the club, weren't winning anything right then, but you could see they were on the way to winning, and he decided to jump ship and go to Manchester City, claiming that more opportunity for winning trophies. Yes, that is true as far as the Premier League concerned, but Man City have been unable to win the big one, the Champions League. And obviously, while Sterling was at City, Liverpool won it. So for me, he got a little bit of humble pie with that one. But yeah, thank you, Kieran Williams. Great to see you, mate. And let us know. Like I said, I am presuming you are talking about Sterling there, mate. But thank you very much for coming in, getting involved. And like I say, all the best for the new year. I hope you've had a good night last night, and hopefully for the new year ahead is good to all of you guys. Um, Chelsea just in possession out on the on this near side. The ball's gone out for a throw in to Chelsea. Azpilicueta taking the throw in, but it's blocked off very quickly by Nottingham Forest and back out for a throw in. Another throw in now taken for Chelsea, and Chelsea just doing a nice bit of play, but it doesn't come off, and Forest managed to clear it up the field. Big George is saying, I'd love to see Forest to stay up as well, but as long as Leeds stay up, I'm not too bothered. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. But obviously, I'm sure you can understand. I'm trying to trying as many games as possible. I'm trying when we do these match watch alongs. I'm trying to be neutral as best possible. And Chelsea have had a lot of success, and they're never going to be in danger of going down anytime soon. As long as they've got the resources they have available to them. But like I say, for me, I'd love to see both Leeds and Nottingham Forest stay up because I think they're both very, very special clubs that will only add to the quality in the Premier League if they're given time to improve their squads. Like I say, as you know, guys, if you try and do it too quickly, you could end up like QPR, where you end up with a load of ex successful players that think that they've still got it, but then don't show it when they're put in a different club under different circumstances. So for me, I don't like to see clubs like that. I like to see clubs build steadily, like Leeds and Nottingham Forest seem to be doing, not going out and spending too much money too soon, doing it, drip feeding it, if you get my meaning, guys, a bit at a time. It's the only way you can do it in the Premier League and keep your clubs financially safe. Because, like I say, if you try and spend too much too soon, you can end up in all kinds of trouble. And you only have to look at what's going on with West Brom right now. Apparently, their owner has just took out a £20 million loan to basically because he thinks it's guaranteed to get in the Premier League this season because of how well the club's doing. But it's a big gamble in it, guys, because £20 million, not a lot of money if you're in the Premier League. But if you're not in the Premier League and you're in the Championship, that is a huge chunk of money to be getting on loan because you're not just the 20 million that you've got to pay back, it's the interest as well, in it, in a league where the money is a lot considerably less. So, like I say, for me, I always like to see clubs try and do it sensibly. I know we all want to see our clubs in the Premier League, but we don't want to see clubs being put at risk. And we all know, guys, we all know the EFL don't care too much how many clubs are put at risk by rich businessmen. That's the reality. So it's up to us as fans to care about that, unfortunately. Because, like I say, the football authorities are doing very little to stop these rich owners taking over our clubs and gambling like it's a horse race, basically, and not caring whether it puts the club's future at risk. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, Big George. It's great. Like I said, I spoke to you a couple of times in the chat group on Instagram. If any of you guys are interested in that, you can get involved. Like I say, we are Football Fan Den UK. We're not a club channel. We're a fan channel. We're trying to build something unique here for fans of all clubs to come together and hopefully help build a channel that has the best of intentions for football fans, not for football authorities, not for football clubs, not for players, but for you guys, the fans. Like I say, it's an ambitious project, but I'm a very ambitious guy, and I'm very passionate about this sort of stuff. So fingers crossed, with you guys' support, we can achieve something very unique with this channel. But yeah, thank you very much, Big George. I appreciate your positivity towards Forest, mate. Especially, obviously, like you say, you first and foremost, totally understandable. You want to see your own club safe first, but nice to know that it's always great, from my point of view, anyway, guys. It's always great to see that you guys are loyal to your clubs, show 100% loyalty and support to your clubs, but. True football fans like you guys showing a little bit of consideration to other clubs just shows that you are true football fans, that you're actually interested in other aspects of the game, not just your own club. And that, to me, is the foundation of a real football fan. So absolutely, Big George, thanks for that, mate. Top man. Kieran Williamson is saying the Sterling goal, pal, and happy New Year to you. Thank you very much, Kieran. Yeah, I thought you meant that, mate. Sorry, I just wanted to be sure that I understood what you're going. Obviously, I couldn't have been far wrong anyway, because there's only been one goal in the game. We just got a free kick for Chelsea midway inside their own half as they take that free kick as a pass and move the ball out to this near side. Just going to share with you guys the teams if I can, so just bear with me a second. There we go. Should come up on the screen now, guys. There you go. There's the teams, so you can see the team lineups. So Chelsea on the edge of the box here, guys, on the far side, just passing it amongst two Chelsea players, passing it amongst themselves. Look to cut inside, but under pressure from Forest, they lose the ball, and now Forest clear the ball up to the halfway line, and now we've got Nottingham Forest player on the attack, Johnson, I think it is, but he's just been blocked off by a Chelsea player, and he's in dispute with the linesman with regards to that. But really good intentions shown from Forest in this one, guys. They're definitely looking to hit Chelsea on the break every opportunity they've got, and that was a good break. It just didn't quite fall right for for Forest to actually get in behind Chelsea, with the fact that the defenders were well positioned to see how that was where that ball was going to end up. But yeah, thanks for that, Kieran. Appreciate you clearing that up, mate. Great to, like you say, I can't disagree with you, mate. with that because you are right. Actually, Sterling does seem to score a lot of goals, or at least he has in his career from tapping positions. And like you say, he's not always the greatest at putting the ball in the back of the net when he's having to run at goal. But he has got better with it, obviously, as he's improved. But I remember when he was younger, he would run at the box, and the amount of times he would sky it, blast it past the post, and stuff like that. He didn't always have his shooting boot, so there is definitely an element of truth with what Kieran is saying about Sterling getting the tap in. So thanks for that, mate. Joey's saying, apart from your own club, own club, is there any club from lower leagues you would like to see in the Prem? Oh, that's a great question, that Joey. Let me have a think of that one for a minute, mate. You just got Chelsea on this near side, and they cut the ball back inside into the midfield. I'm trying to think about that. You've got me with that one now, Joey. Any club I'd like to see from the lower leagues? What are we talking? Are we talking like League One or League Two, or are you meaning non-league? If we're going for League One and League Two, I'm just trying to think of the teams down there. Obviously, obviously, my own club. I wouldn't mind my own club being back in the Premier League. That would be good. But I think that's a while off yet. But yeah, I suppose my own club. But I think you did point that out, Joey. I'm just trying to think what clubs are down there now. I don't know. Do you know? I know this is a weird one. It's a weird one because they've come from nowhere. But I think it'd be quite interesting to see Salford get promoted up into the Premier League because of obviously the fact that they come from nowhere. I think that would make it quite interesting with the Manchester, with the Manchester aspect of like Man City, playing Man City, and especially playing Man United, but also might actually bring another dimension to the Manchester Liverpool rivalry. So I think that could be an interesting one. That's just more one just off the top of my head that I've always thought would be interesting as a curious football fan, if you get my meaning. It'd be interesting to see the fan numbers and stuff like that. You get what I mean? Whether would you see, for example, some United fans maybe switch to to Salford because obviously, if you know the Manchester area, Old Trafford is very close to Salford. It's almost in the Salford district. So it's from that point of view, it'd be interesting to see, like I say, whether you'd see, you might see a surprise with, closet United fans actually going supporting Salford. I think that would be an interesting one. I think for financial reasons, I think it'd have to be Portsmouth for financial reasons. I know they're a club they're in big financial trouble at the minute with regards to their owner. He's sucked out the life for that club, and they're not so much in debt, but it's kind of more that he's basically balanced the club's future with selling off their better players, selling off some of their youngsters. Also, I believe he's been selling off stuff to do with the training facilities and things like that. So we're just having a bit of an issue on the pitch at the minute, guys. Nottingham Forest players not happy with the referee. He's given a foul against them, and I think the Nottingham Forest players feel that that challenge is a bit undeserved, mainly due to the fact that they've had two challenges now go against them that they felt should have gone for them. So I think maybe Nottingham feeling that the referee might be a bit against them today. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Great question, mate. And hopefully, like I said, I can't think of every club down there in the lower leagues off the top of my head, but answering your question spontaneously, I think any clubs that are in financial trouble, I would love to see them move up the leagues to get their finances in order. The likes of Portsmouth, like I say, but also Derby, who are in recovery mode financially as well. But just out of football interest, I would have to say Salford. So let me know your thoughts on that, Joey. Sorry, Big George, I'm missing out your comment here, mate. Just bear with me a second. I'm coming back to it. Come on, slow computer. Big George is saying, I'd like to see Wednesday in the Prem. Need more Yorkshire clubs in the Premier League. Yeah, that's a good shout, Big George. Absolutely. Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday would make a great addition to the Premier League. Imagine if both Sheffield clubs were up there. That would be a cracker, wouldn't it? Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United. I think that would bring an interesting new twist to the Premier League, wouldn't it? And I suppose it'd put Yorkshire on the map as well. But to be fair, Leeds and I think Leeds and both the Sheffield clubs would definitely bring more attention to Yorkshire football around the world. Nottingham Forest making the move forward, but lose the ball to Chelsea. And now the same thing has happened the other way. But the referee has chose to blow the whistle this time. They are trying to hit Chelsea on the break pace when on the few occasions where they get the opportunity, but they're just struggling to get forward because Chelsea, as we know, guys, Chelsea very organised in their defensive formation in most of the time. So it's going to have to take something special from Nottingham to cut through that defence. Chelsea on the ball now out on the far side as they bring it back inside and look to move the ball up the field from the halfway line. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in and hit that like button. It'd be great to hear from you. I'll come back to the comments in a second. Chelsea just switched the ball out to this near side, looking to probe the Nottingham Forest wing, but no joy down that side, and they switched the ball back inside and moved the ball across the field, and now try probing Nottingham Forest on the opposite side of the pitch. Not much to report at the minute. Chelsea just passing the ball about amongst their own players, just looking for gaps in the Forest defence. 38 minutes gone so far, guys. If you're just joining us, it's Chelsea 1-0 up against Nottingham Forest. And Pulisic now moving forward and on the edge of the box for Chelsea, and a shot comes off, but it's blocked by Nottingham Forest and it's gone out behind for a corner. So yeah, thanks for that, Big George. That's a great suggestion, that, mate. I never Wednesday, to be honest, didn't even pop into my head for some reason. But like I said, it was a spontaneous question. So, but yeah, that's a good shout, mate. And a great question from Joey as well. 30, just coming up to 40 minutes, guys, and we're just about to have Chelsea take this corner. Corner comes in. It's towards the near post and cleared, but Chelsea managed to keep possession midway inside the Nottingham Forest half and then pass it back to their defenders on the halfway line and now look to build again. So just come back to the chat, see what you guys are saying. Joey is saying, yeah, Wednesday is a good shout, Big George. Absolutely, mate. Thanks for that, Joey. Absolutely great shout. Like I say, I think both of the Sheffield clubs could come up. Boy, would that make it interesting with Leeds in the Premier League as well. That'd certainly create some interesting headlines with results. That'd be three Yorkshire derbies between three clubs that have quite an intense rivalry. So I think that would definitely add somewhat to the Premier League, wouldn't it? Joey's saying from 1 and 2, mate. Right. Well, like I say, uh, let me know what you think of Salford potentially if they was promoted. I know it's a long shot because they're a club still building under their ownership of ex-Man United players. But like I said, I think it'd bring an interesting twist to it. Um, like I say, especially with the fact that it's ex-United players, former United legends, as some might say, that own Salford. So yeah, I think that would bring an interesting aspect to it. Because if you guys know, some United fans do go and support Salford because partly because it's in that area of Manchester, but partly because it's ex United players that own the club. So like I said, I think that would bring an interesting aspect to it. We're just having the referee dishing out yellow cards. It does seem I can understand Nottingham Forest frustration in this game, guys. It was a bit of a clumsy tackle from the Nottingham Forest, and arguably, a yellow card. But considering the reaction from the Chelsea player, he equally should be booked because he's actually putting his fist up to the Nottingham Forest player for doing it. Well, I'm not being funny, but is that not, antisocial behaviour on a football pitch? Because if you did that in the street, you'd be arrested. The ball into the box from the free kick. Chelsea on the edge of the box and just inside the box, and Pulis with a shot, but it's straight at the goalkeeper who picks up the ball and reset. Yeah, it was a good effort from Chelsea. Cross into the box from the free kick. Fell to a Chelsea player. He's tried to bring it down, but he's under pressure from Nottingham Forest defenders. The ball eventually falls to Chelsea, and they take a shot. But like I say, it's directly at the goalkeeper. Nottingham now in possession and attempt to get in behind Chelsea down that far side with a cross into the box, but it's cleared out to the far side for a throw-in to Nottingham. And throwing comes in on the edge of the box now. Nottingham trying to make some of that. But unfortunately, it's, from a Nottingham point of view, it's gone out behind for a goal kick. Thanks for that, Joey. Annie, sorry, just Annie family, how's it going, mate? Great to see you in the chat. New face. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, mate. Annie family, if that's correct, let me know if you're still there, mate. If I'm reading that correctly, apologies if I'm not. Annie saying Chelsea is winning. Yeah, absolutely. We're aware of that, mate. 1-0 up at the minute. 44 minutes gone, just coming up to the half-time mark. So, like I say, if Nottingham Forest can keep it at this, I'm sure they will consider that gives them a chance in the second half. But at the minute, they are pressing Chelsea's box, but just unable to get the ball under control. And it's cleared up the field, and it's Chelsea that knock it out on this near side for a throw-in. Thank you very much for that, Ain family and family. I'd like to say apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. Do let me know if I'm not. We've got 1 minute extra time, guys. 1 minute added on time. Joey's saying, yeah, Chelsea winning 1-0. Annie, Annie. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, so apologies. But yeah, cheers for that, Joey. Jacob and Jack, how's it going, Jacob? Great to see you, mate. Happy New Year, all the best. Appreciate coming, getting involved. Always great to see you, mate. Let's know what your thoughts are on any of today's games. If you've watched any of the other games today, it'd be great to hear from you, mate. Not much to report at the minute, guys. Just Chelsea look to be seeing out this final minute of added on time, passing it about at the back, and there goes the half-time whistle. So if you guys just joined in us, please please do drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. We are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. We're building a channel to try and hopefully build something unique for fans, not for clubs, not for players, not for anything else other reason, but fans. There's enough football stuff and a lot. Sorry, I'm gonna get sorry guys, I'm getting a bit tongue tied me with words here. There's plenty of stuff out there. You have the players, football federation, football organisation that protects players, looks out for players. There's organisations out there that look out for clubs, but who actually looks out for fans? Ask yourself that, guys. I'm very passionate about how fans are treated in football, and that is why I'm building this channel. I want to try and create something unique for real football fans to hopefully help you guys have a voice in the future of football. Whether it's successful, only time will tell. But I'm very ambitious. I'm very motivated. And like I said, I want to really, truly try and build something unique for the fans of all UK clubs to hopefully help fans have a better voice that gets heard in the future of football. Like I say, I'm honest enough to admit it's a very ambitious project, but with great fans like you guys supporting, I think there is a good possibility we could achieve something special. So fingers crossed. Let's keep banging away with the work and hope we can achieve something like that. Thanks for dropping in, Jacob. Great to see you, mate. Joey is saying, hi, Jacob. Absolutely nice one, Joey. Great to see you welcoming fans into the chat, mate. Top man. Appreciate that because sometimes it takes me a bit along to a little bit of a while to get down the through the messages. Jacob and Jack is saying, I love this. I love the watch alongs. By the way, thank you very much, Jacob. Appreciate it. Like I said, I've got more ambitious ideas for better shows and stuff in the future. But at the minute, we're just grinding. We're doing a lot of match watch alongs to grind away so more fans can find out about the channel. So yeah, thank you very much, Jacob, and I really, like I say, can't thank you guys enough for the continued support on the channel. It's really appreciated. Joey's saying, get to agree, Jacob. Love all the extra footy talk as well as updates from the game. Yeah, hopefully I'm getting a little bit better about it. Like I say, it's probably going to take me a bit more practice yet. To get the balance right between updating you guys on what's going on in the game and also interacting with you guys in the channel in the chat. But I'm going to keep trying, guys, because yes, I do want to keep you up to date with the game. Of course, I do, and that's important. But it's also, as I've said a number of times, it's very important that you guys feel involved in the chat because I want you to feel like this is your channel. So and that you're involved in it. So yeah, I will always try. To keep coming back to the comments during games as much as possible. But as we grow the audience, and we are starting to grow a foundation of an audience, guys, as we grow the audience, I'm going to start doing a little bit more community shows as well, so we can just come on, do live streams and talk about hot topics in football without the distraction of a game. So yeah, I hope to start doing a bit more of that as we progress forward. But there will still be a lot of match watch alongs to help other fans find out about us, which I hope you guys understand. I'm doing that to try and push the project forward a little bit faster. So yeah, thank you very much, Joey, Jacob, and Jack. Really appreciate the positive comments, guys, and the great support. Billy, Random Clips, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Happy New Year. Hello there. Happy New Year. Billy is saying, thank you very much, Billy. Great to see you, mate. Happy New Year. Hope you had a great night last night, and all the best to you for the year ahead. Hopefully, it's a good one for all of you guys. And thank you very much for coming, getting involved again, Billy. Great to see you, mate. Always appreciate you guys coming and getting involved whenever you can. Joey is saying, Hi, Billy. Happy New Year to you. Absolutely, Joey. Top man. Thanks for that, mate. Billy is saying hi back. That's great. Like I said, I love seeing you guys making the effort to get to know each other in the chat. That's what Fan Then is all about. It's not just about the channel, it's about creating a good fan community for you guys to enjoy being a part of and getting to know other fans that hopefully you guys eventually become footy mates. You might support different clubs, and that's fine. I respect your loyalty with that and I'm sure other fans will as well. But there's no reason why you guys can't get to know each other as mates as well and enjoy a bit of football um, conversation, debate, but also occasionally a little bit of friendly banter and rivalry as well when it's obviously when the games fall away suitable for that or the league, for example, the standings in the league reflect that. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks to Steve. It just brought me a brew, so that's really much needed. I'm getting a bit of a dry mouth. I think maybe that day off yesterday it's just dried out my vocal cords. So yeah. Billy, random clips. We need to get a second. Right, well, fair. Yeah, but obviously it's Chelsea played pretty well up to now, mate. But I've got to be honest, I am happy to see Nottingham Forest giving you guys a game because I've nothing against. I've no preference, no preference at all in this game. But obviously, Nottingham coming up, it would be good to see them give a good account of themselves this season and potentially stay up. Because I think, like I say, I've said it a few times now. I think if they're given a little bit of time to survive in the Premier League, then I think they could be real good additions to the future of the league. But yeah, absolutely, Billy. Good professional, all-round professional performance from Chelsea up to now. I've got to say that. Obviously, not great. It's great to see Nottingham playing better than they did against United. I think they was okay against United. They just, like I say, they were a bit unlucky and just didn't quite manage to have it the other day against United in that final third. But today, they look to be having a little bit more success. Obviously, they've not managed to put the ball in the back of the net or anything yet, but they definitely showing a bit more ambition going forward. But like I say, up to now, from a Chelsea point of view, it's been a pretty professional performance. Thanks for that, Billy. Stephen Allen, hi everyone. Happy New Year to you all. Please hit that like button. Absolutely. Thanks, Stevie. Appreciate that, mate. And appreciate all the fantastic work you do behind the scenes there to keep the chat positive. I'm just going to widen that so you guys can see me a little bit better, but still see the football stats, the team stats. But yeah, as I say, cheers, Stevie. Appreciate that, mate. Kieran Williamson, Gaz, what do you think of Spurs social distancing for cups? Is that? Is that? I'm presuming. I've not heard nothing about that, so I'm presuming that maybe is maybe is a little bit of taking the rise out of. Is it? I'm guessing that maybe that's taking the rise out of Tottenham's attendance in the cup games, maybe. Or is there something real in that I've missed? Let me know, Kieran. Sorry, I'm just presuming that's a bit of football banter, mate. That you're having a little bit of banter with the Tottenham fans about their attendance for cup games, but I might be wrong if there's something come out in the news that I've missed. So please do let me know if you could, Kieran. Williams, that'd be great, mate. Because like I said, I'm starting to chuckle to myself here, just thinking that's a bit of banter. But thanks for that, mate. From Cups. Yeah, like I said, I got that. But I am guessing that's banter for the fact that you put laugh out loud on the end. So I'm presuming that is a bit of local friendly banter. So yeah, cheers for that, Kieran. Stevie Allen. Oh, Oh gosh, we back to social. Yeah, we don't want that coming back, do we, guys? That was an absolute nightmare, and didn't matter whether you social distanced anyway. You still ended up with a virus. So you might as well have just sod the social distance, get the virus, get it out of the way, and move on. So yeah, but like you said, let's hope we don't get back to that. But no, no, Stevie. I think Kieran is just having a bit of a wind up with the Tottenham fans. Not wrong with that. Stevie Allen, is that a joke? Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely presuming it's a joke, mate. Um, Big George, think it's banter about Spurs no not winning any trophies. Yeah, I know. Do you know what, right, guys? Tell me, right, but one of the worst teams I think for support in the lesser competitions, and yet if you watch them in the Premier League, they always get packed out stadium. But as soon as it comes to Europa League or the cup competitions or the early stages of cup competitions, they get a dramatically lower attendance and never get criticised too much for it either. And I wonder if you guys can guess that club. Go on, before I tell you, see if you can guess the club. It is a Premier League club. See if you can guess the club that I'm thinking of. Go on, this will be an interesting one. See what clubs you guys suggest. I'm thinking of a club that gets good attendance all the time in the league, but whenever it comes particularly to sorry, I'm laughing. Big George has guessed it straight away. Nice one, Big George. He's guessed it straight away. Kieran Williams, yeah, they never get close to winning any cups. No, I've got to be honest. You are right. That, to be honest, Chelsea, Tottenham are shocking. I couldn't believe they got all the way to the European final, the Champions League final, and then just capitulated in it. They've done really well, showed some fantastic play to get there, and then just didn't show it against Liverpool. So that's why their trophy countries got too much dust in it because they don't get it. They never get it over the line, do they? So maybe they've got a trophy made of dust. I don't know. Ask have you any Tottenham fans? We're not singling out Tottenham fans. We're just having a bit of banter. But yeah, maybe they've got a dust trophy. I don't know. Kieran saying, I just read that comment. Then, yeah, they never get close to winning any cups. I don't think they get. I can't remember the last time they actually won a trophy. To be fair, and they're always the team that you expect to be in the mix. But they're also always the team that you expect to not win anything as well, don't they? Stephen Allen is saying, "I get it now. Laugh out loud. Slow on the uptake there. Heavy night. Laugh out loud. No worries, Stevie." So, like I said, I had to think about it for a minute because I wasn't sure. Obviously, with all the social distancing we had a lot so long ago, it's not surprising. It's not surprising that Kieran created a little bit of panic in the chat there, where we were all like, "Oh, hang on a minute, we don't want that social distancing stuff coming back." So yeah, I think Kieran not just getting the Tottenham fans on a wind up. I think he's getting all us lot on the wind up as well with the social distancing. So yeah, good one that mate. That's a cracker, top man. Thanks for that, Stevie. Billy Random Clips is saying City social distancing from the Champions League trophy. Yeah, that's a good shout as well, mate. Yeah. I think they're just social distancing from UEFA, full stop, aren't they, mate? They're obviously City still, or at least City fans anyway, still have quite a beef with UEFA. They've been not been doing it as much, but they do still boo the UEFA Champions League anthem when it comes on. But yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Random Clips, appreciate that, Billy. Top man. Big George Arsenal. see, you guys guessing it straight away. Like I said, so as soon as I saw Big George had got it, um, and Billy's got it as well. Arsenal. See, we all know, don't we? We all know that it's Arsenal that embarrass the English Premier League when they play in the UEFA Cup and also the FA Cup. And mind you, I'm not sure if their attendance is too bad for the FA Cup, but definitely for the League Cup and UEFA Cup, their attendance is really poor. I'm always really I know I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I find it embarrassing when I see them play in Europe and they can't fill the stadium with the amount of fans that they've got. Because let's be honest, if Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, if maybe you could have an exception for City, but we know the other top clubs in the Premier League that regularly qualify for the Champions League. If they played in UEFA Cup, they would more than likely fill out most of their ground, if not all of it. Um, and I think there's quite a lot of the other clubs in the league that would fill out their grounds in the UEFA Cup. Definitely, Leeds would fill their ground. Nottingham Forest would fill their ground. Wolves would fill their ground. There's so many clubs that I would expect to fill their ground if they played in the UEFA Cup. And we already know that United do. They played in the UEFA Cup, so we know they do. I'm not saying they pack it out, but it's pretty full. And like I say, Chelsea would, if they was in it. I think they have been in it in years gone by and had a decent attendance. And like I say, also Liverpool would have a decent attendance as well because I know they have played in it before and had good turnout from the fans. So how is it that Arsenal, let the side down a bit when they play in the UEFA Cup? I don't know, but I don't know. Like I said, as a football fan, I find it frustrating, a little bit embarrassing as a football fan of the UK that such a massive club like Arsenal can't even fill the ground 3/4 for a UEFA Cup game. But yeah, you guys guessed it straight away. um, Big George is saying, I went for Arsenal away last year with Leeds, and they were all right. Nothing special. Well, they can give a great atmosphere. Arsenal fans, to be fair, I don't want to single them out too much. They can give a great atmosphere when they're in the mood for it, but they always seem to just have one song, and it's just Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Oh yeah, they like to. Sorry, two songs. They like to pretend that they're the greatest team in the world, even though they've not won a European Cup, Champions League. So how you can be the greatest club in the world when you don't win a Champions League, I don't know. But Arsenal fans like singing that they're the greatest club the world has ever seen, don't they? But that's the only two Arsenal fans songs I ever hear is that they're the greatest club in the world or the greatest club the world has ever seen, and the other one is Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. I can't say I've ever heard Arsenal fans sing any more songs. Oh yeah, sorry, they have, haven't they? They've sung Cronky Out, haven't they? But other than that, like I say, most clubs have about 4 or 5 songs that they sing at least minimum. But Arsenal seem to only have 2. Don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. But anyway, we better stop Arsenal bashing now, aren't we, guys? We'll be upsetting them. And they are still part of the UK football family, so we've had a bit of banter with them now. So we better not carry on. We don't want to upset them too much. So guys, we're back started with the second half. 48 minutes gone, and it's still Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 0, and we've got our free kick on this near side. Keep your comments coming, guys. We will come back to comments shortly. We're just going to see what happens with this free kick for Chelsea. It's on this near side, pretty much level with the goal line, goal box line, if you want to call it that. Cross comes in and it's headed clear, but only just outside the Nottingham Forest box, and Chelsea pick it up again as they look to build again down this near side, but under pressure from Forest defenders. And now Forest regain possession and look to break up the field on this near side now with as they got in behind Chelsea's defence, and a shot comes in straight directly at the goalkeeper who saves it. But Nottingham Forest still in possession on this near side. Another cross comes in. Oh, and it's high and well over the bar. But yeah, great effort from Forest there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why Chelsea was a bit slow there trying to get the ball in. They were in at one point. They were in a good position to cross the ball in, but decided to try and play the ball into the box, and that's why they eventually lost possession with too many Forest defenders around them. So yeah, maybe just a little bit of a slight mistake from Chelsea that almost cost them there. Now Chelsea in possession at the back as they look to build from the goalkeeper, but they're deep and Forest with a high press trying to force a mistake from the Chelsea players, and they've made a mistake, and now they lose possession on that far side. And Forest pick it up, and now across into the box, and it's headed clear from Chelsea out to the midway inside the Nottingham Forest half of the pitch. But Forest still in possession as they look to build again down this near side. And now, Forest, mistimed, a misplaced pass, and Forest have lost possession. And now Chelsea on the break down this near side. And Chelsea also with a badly timed pass from Pulisic, and under pressure from the Forest defence, and has lost the ball. But the referee has blown for a free kick. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in the chat. Hit that like button. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Like I say, we have just 5 minutes into the game so far, or 6 minutes into the game, and it's still Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 1. Chelsea with the free kick on this near side, but they've not took it as a free kick. They've decided to just play as normal from the free kick, and now the ball is back with the Chelsea defenders. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Thanks for that, Big George. Appreciate it, mate. Daniel Macharis. Daniel Macharia. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. Sorry, guys. We've just got a stoppage on the far side for a free kick for Nottingham Forest. Sorry, I didn't actually see why the free kick was given there. But Forest in possession now down this near side, and they pass it back to the keeper to keep possession. Sorry, Daniel Macharia. Apologies, like I say, mate, if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. Daniel is saying Chelsea winning 3 GS. What does GS mean? Goals? I'm presuming maybe that's a score prediction, Daniel. And maybe I'm presuming maybe you're saying Chelsea to win 3-0, maybe. That's all I can work out from your message. So apologies if I'm not understanding that correctly, mate. But thank you very much for coming, dropping in. Always great to see new faces in the chat. Thank you very much, Daniel. Joey's saying a good one, that, Kieran. Yeah, obviously that was a good one. It was a cracker. Oh, almost losing my earpiece there, guys. Forest out in possession, out on the far side, and now they look to come back inside, but they've under pressure from Chelsea, and they still managed to keep the ball, but now out on this near side. And now Forest looking to break into the box with a cross into the box. Oh, what a shot! Oh, what a shot, guys. Sorry if that came through a bit loud. shot right from the edge of the box from a Forest player, and it's literally bounced off the inside of the bar and bounced back out again. That was a beautiful shot and would have been a really nice goal if it had gone in. But like I say, just bouncing on the underside of the bar and literally bouncing on the. I think it actually bounced right on the line. Yes, or just in front of the line and bounced back out again. Really good attempt that from Forest. It was actually. It looked from the angle of a camera. It looked like a cross into the box, but it was actually. What do you? How do you word that now? It was actually cut back. But for the Forest player running onto it. But yeah, really good attempt that from Forest. Unlucky not to score there. And now from the free kick, Forest back into the box, and another shot comes in, and it's blocked by Chelsea defenders. But Forest really looking to turn the screw here. Ball hung up at the back, and a Forest player running onto it, trying to get on the end of it, but unfortunately couldn't get the ball under enough control, and he's blasted it high and wide. But yeah, just since the start of the second half, guys, Forest really looking to ramp up the intensity and see if they can get back level with Chelsea. Where was it up to? Sorry, bear with me. There's where I was up to. Sorry, lost where I was up to then in the chat. Thanks for that, Joey. Kieran Williams, how you doing, Jay? You good? You guys talking amongst yourself. That's always great to see. The Forest fans just finding their voice, guys, trying to get behind the team. Now Chelsea on the break, looking to get forward, and it's cut out by a Forest challenge, and it's gone out on this near side for a throw-in. Right, what we're seeing now here. We're just saying, sorry guys, the throwing hasn't been taken, but the referee has blown his whistle for a bit of a coming together between two players, but nothing really in it. I don't know. I think he just felt the need to have a word. But now the throwing's taken, and sorry, I'm just trying to work out who's got the throw in here, guys. It's Forest. Forest with the throwing. Herrera to take it for Forest. It's deep inside the Chelsea half on this near side. Long ball forward, but headed back from a Chelsea defender. And Forest headed back up the other end of the field. And now look to break under pressure from Chelsea defenders and draw a foul in the centre of the park. 58 minutes gone, guys, and it's still 1-0 Chelsea. So while we just wait for this free kick to come in, and I'll come back to the chat. And the free kick's taken into cross into the box, but it's cleared by Chelsea and out on the far side, midway inside the Chelsea half, throwing for Forest. And now Forest take the throw in, and a cross comes in from that far side, but it's straight to the keeper. So let's come back to the chat while we wait for the game to get going again. Billy, random clips. Billy is saying they bottled it vs Real Madrid last season. 3 goals up, but conceded. Stupid arrow. conceded two in like 30 seconds and lost in extra time. You got a better memory than me, mate. I can't. I've watched that many games. Not all games stick in my head with that much. Excuse me, with that much detail, mate. I'm trying to remember the Chelsea game with Real Madrid last season. But yeah, but any team that loses to Real Madrid from the UK, mate, I'm always disappointed. And let's be honest, for me, from my point of view, I think Real Madrid got a lot of luck last year with the referee decisions as well in some of the games that they had. And when any UK club, I'll tell you this right now, guys, when a UK club plays against Real Madrid, I don't care if it's the club I hate the most in the UK, I would still want them to win because I don't really hate football clubs. I'm not really that kind of fan. But if there is a club that comes close to what I would say comes very close to the hating or disliking, it's Real Madrid. I cannot stand that club. I cannot stand that club, and there is good reasons behind it because the Spanish taxpayer has invested massive amounts of money into that club because the Spanish royal family support Real Madrid. So Real Madrid will never ever seriously suffer any financial meltdown like we're seeing with Barcelona or like we've seen in the UK with other clubs. And why? Because the Spanish government will always bail them out. And that's the fact, guys. That's fact. Go and look it up. They've had so many loans off the Spanish taxpayer to bail that club out on a number of occasions. That's why I don't like that club. It's got a massive advantage over every other club when you've got a government that supports the club, and that doesn't make that to me brings the Spanish league into question. So, like I say, that you guys might disagree, but that's my reason for not being very enthusiastic about Real Madrid. Nottingham Forest with a shot on goal now on the edge of the box, but it's blocked off by Chelsea and goes behind for a corner to Forest. So yeah, sorry to change the subject, guys, but just with Billy mentioning Real Madrid. So yeah, I don't remember the details of that game, but I do remember Real Madrid playing. I'm sure they played a couple of English clubs last season, didn't they? And every time any team comes up against them, I get really irritated because they're a club that I don't like very much, and as I've just explained why. But thank you very much for that, Billy. Kieran Williams saying, Joey, guys, corner comes in, and it's falls to Nottingham Forest player, and they tap it into the back of the net from that near post, and Forest now find the equalizer 62 minutes in, and that's a great goal from Forest to grab a level to level it up. So the question is, job and work to do now for Chelsea. Obviously, from a Nottingham Forest point of view, it's great. But from a Chelsea point of view, they've obviously got a lot more bigger ambitions in the league for the rest of the season, like getting up into the further up the league, competing at the top. So that's a really disappointing goal for Chelsea to concede from a Chelsea point of view, but from a Forest point of view, a fantastic goal. And like I say, it was just bumbling about as the corner came in on the near post. It was just bundling about amongst a load of players, and the Forest player managed where it fell to him, and he's managed to turn under pressure and slot it into the goal. So great goal there for Forest to level it up. Joey is saying, yeah, all good, thanks, mate. You ticket. Maybe you guys know each other from outside fandom. I'm not sure. Getting maybe that impression. But that's cool. Big George is saying Chelsea won it not long ago. If I'm not wrong, won what? The Champions League. Yeah, they did. Was it last year or the year before they won it? No, it was the year before, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was the year before, not last year. I think it was the year before that they won it, I think. if I'm remembering. It's so hard to keep track sometimes, isn't it, guys? With that much football comes at us. Sometimes it's hard to keep track. It just all blurs into one after a while, doesn't it? So it can be hard to remember the finer details, if you get my meaning. Forest in possession on our far side and now look to build with their momentum down that far side, but lose possession to Chelsea. And now we got a stoppage for a foul on the far side on the halfway line for a foul on Chelsea player, Nottingham player, just grabbing his shirt and pulling him back. I don't know why players do that. I've never understood that. You're not going to get away with that in this day and age with the camera technology available now. So why players still feel that can get away with pulling shirts is shocking, isn't it, guys? You just can't get away with it. You used to be able to. You might have got away with it a few years ago before we had the VAR and all that, but now you just don't. Because even if the referee doesn't see it, he's going to get he's going to get the earpiece in his ear telling him that he's missed something. Chelsea now on the attack as they regain possession from Forest, but lose it with a sloppy pass forward, and now Forest build again, and the cross comes in from the far side, and it's over everybody and out for a goal kick. So it's a perfect opportunity to answer to come back to the chat and see if you guys got any more questions or great comments. Guys, if you are just joining us, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new as well. That'd be great. Like I say, we are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. Our ambition is to grow this channel for you guys, not for a club, not for players, and certainly not for the EFL or the FA, for you guys. So please do consider subscribing, give us a chance and see if you like what the Fandom project is about. But yeah, absolutely, Big George. Thanks for that, mate. So sorry, I can't remember. I'm sure it was the season before last Chelsea won it. If we've got any Chelsea fans in the chat, let us know. Kieran Williams is saying, "Yeah, I'm good. Just on way back home, back from pub. Cool. We've been having a couple of pints, mate. In bringing the new year in style. Absolutely. Cheers for that, Kieran. That's great to know you guys having enjoying and making the best of the break and having a few beers to bring in the new year in style. Joey is saying, nice one. I'm just recovering from pub last night. Laugh out loud. I can imagine, mate. I didn't go too mad last night. I did have a drink. Just chilled out, me and the missus last night. We had a couple of drinks just simply because I knew I was planning to live stream tonight. But I think I did have maybe a little bit more than I should have because I was actually hoping to do a 3 o'clock match watch along. But when I woke up, I think because I don't drink very often these days, because I'm always working, I just don't have time to drink. So because I did have a little bit of a drink last night, I felt up feeling a little bit groggy this morning. So it took me a little bit longer than normal to wake up. But yeah, always great to know you guys are in the same situation. If you get my meaning. I was okay once I had a bit of breakfast. I was all right. But like I said, I didn't go too mad because I knew I was planning to do a match watch along today. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey and Kieran. Great to know you guys bringing in the new year in style. We've got Forest on the attack now down this near side, but they lose it to Chelsea. And now Chelsea looking to build again from the back as they move the ball forward up into midfield. And now Forest getting men back behind the ball. And Chelsea really slow today. What's going on with this? This is really unusual, guys. Let me know if you've been watching Chelsea recently. I've not watched them for a little while. But this seems really slow build-up play. They just had an opportunity there to break on Forest fast. And instead, decided to slow the game down by keeping possession at the back and allowing Nottingham Forest to basically get all the team back behind the ball. So I don't understand. You'd think when they're in a position to break on the counter attack, they do it, but maybe the fact that Forest keep hitting them on the counter attack has made Chelsea reevaluate their tactics. But like I say, bit of a strange one that. But now Chelsea lose it again with a really sloppy pass out to the far side, and now Forest in possession. Really strange this game from a Chelsea point of view, guys. You'd expect them to be really going for it now and try and get the momentum building and pick up and make up for lost ground in previous games. But no, they, like I say, they're encouraging Nottingham Forest, if you ask me, with their slow build-up play. There's only a couple of times we've seen them try and break quickly. But in that occasion, we just saw that they had the opportunity to break quickly and decided to slow the game down and allow Forest to get back in position in a defensive formation. So yeah, Ethan. Ethan. Apologies, mate. Come on, Forest. Fair enough, mate. Like I say, I'm neutral, but I can't help it, guys. I do always have a bit of a soft spot for the underdog. I've absolutely nothing against Chelsea. They're a great club, but like I say, I can't help it. I always have, no matter what team it's unless it's my own team, obviously. And even against my own team, sometimes I suppose over the years, when you come up against a real underdog, I don't know. It's like in the cups and stuff, when you knock out a club, lower league club and stuff, and you know how much it means to them. It does. You can be a little bit humble enough as a football fan to just at least acknowledge it and not be such a. Sorry, guys. We've got Forest breaking into the box now from the far side, and a cross comes in, and just a little bit too much pace on it for the Forest. I think the Forest players might maybe got there a little bit too early and anticipated the cross coming in slightly wrong. Actually, they both just got in the way of each other. Sorry, seeing it back on the replay now. Two Forest players just kind of getting in the way of each other. Yates with the shot, but his shot didn't quite come off, and he's just showing a bit of frustration there on the touchline. We're just having a change for a substitution, guys. Double change for Chelsea. It's Jorginho coming off and Hakim Ben coming on. And it's Sterling coming off and Conor Gallagher coming on. So 72 minutes gone, guys. Oh, we're having the triple change. Mason Mount coming off and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang coming on. So it's a triple change for Chelsea. So clearly they're feeling that they need to make a dramatic change because 3 changes would suggest that Chelsea not feeling, or at least the manager not feeling that the players he's selected are doing what is required. So he's shaking it up a bit with a triple change for Chelsea. Thanks for that, Ethan. Billy, random clips, Boo Forest. Obviously, Billy wanting Chelsea to get a win for him. Chelsea now in possession, just past the halfway line as they pass the ball about and now switch the play out to the far side. And they've lost it again. Why do they keep going out to that far side? Now they've lost it twice in a matter of minutes on that far side to Forest. And Forest now breaking down that far side and breaking into the box. But the goalkeeper's equal to the challenge and comes out quickly to gather the ball as the player comes in with the ball moving at pace. And now Chelsea build again from the back. But yeah, Chelsea, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea today, guys. They look bereft of ideas. They've gone down that far side a couple of times now, and each time they've lost the ball really easily. And that is just encouraging Forest to keep that pressure on when they attempt to do that, going down that far side. And like I say, you'd think an experienced team like Chelsea would be recognising that. And now they're on the far side again, and now they've just drawn a foul. But you'd think that the fact that they've lost it a couple of times on that far side, that maybe they would switch it out to this near side and see if they could have any success more on this near side. With the fact that they're not having much success on the far side. But they have actually done that now. They're out on this near side and just passing it about amongst themselves. And now ball down the middle. And now a cross comes in from that far side from Chelsea into the box, headed clear from Forest. And Forest now pick up possession outside Chelsea's box. Sorry, outside their own area. And I think, I'm not sure, the player Johnson has just pulled a muscle. He's just holding the back of his leg. So I'm not sure if that's, if he's pulled a muscle or something there as he's gone to kick the ball. But hopefully he's all right, because he's just noticed he was rubbing the back of his leg then as he took that, as he cleared the ball up the field. And now Chelsea back in possession, midway inside their own half, and they bring the ball out to that far side, and they. But this is what I mean. What is going on with Chelsea? Passing back to their own keeper under pressure from Forest, not able to get forward. And I've seen this tactic used before, guys, to try and pull teams to move, to get teams to come out more, to create more space. So maybe that's what Chelsea are attempting to do. But it's a dangerous game, because they just, Forest seem encouraged by the fact that they've been able to intercept possession a few times when Chelsea have got forward. And they've just intercepted it again, and now try and get themselves on the move again down this near side. But Silva has just kicked the ball out on this near side for a throw-in. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you guys. And also consider subscribing if you're new to the comments. Sorry, if you're new to the channel, apologies. I'll come back to the comments in a second, guys. We just got a change for Forest. I think it's a double change. 77 minutes gone. It's it's Colback coming on, Mangala going off. Oh, no, it's not a double change. Sorry, guys. I was just hesitating there because I thought it looked, we had two players stood on the touchline, so it looked like Forest were making a double change, but maybe the manager's changed his mind last minute, or maybe the other player was preparing to come on next in the next stoppage. I'm not sure, but we have actually only one player changed for Forest. Now Forest in possession, just inside the Chelsea half of the pitch, but they lose it to Chelsea on the halfway line, and now Chelsea, they're passing it backwards again. The opportunity to get forward. What is going on with Chelsea today? It's strange. I've never seen them play like this. So slow. It's really unusual. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Thanks, Billy. Stephen Allen. Hi, Ethan. Apologies, Ethan. I sometimes I get used to familiar with accounts. Just presume you guys was already in the chat, but great to have you involved, Ethan, and Happy New Year, mate. All the best. Thanks for that, Stevie. Like I say, sometimes I just get in the zone and don't recognize, I don't always realize. Billy is sorry, guys. I'll come back to comments in a sec. We're just seeing Chelsea now on this near side, just outside the Nottingham Forest box, and now come back inside and lose the ball to Forest, and now Forest looking to break down this near side, and they've kicked the ball out just in front of the technical area for a throw-in to Chelsea. Sorry, Billy. I'll come back to that. Sorry. Billy saying, I'm joking. I'm joking. Right. So obviously, no worries, mate. No worries, mate. They did take you serious anyway. Like I say, obviously, you guys welcome to get behind whatever team you like, or obviously if it's your own club, that's totally understandable. But no worries, Billy. Thanks for that, mate. Um, Ethan Dixon, hi, Stevie. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, Ethan. Great to have you, mate. Sorry, I just so much in the zone. I don't know why. I just thought you was already in the chat. So my bad, mate. Best regards to you. Hope you've had a great night last night and a happy new year. And thank you very much for coming, getting involved, Ethan. Great to see you, mate. Um, the ball out on the far side for midway inside the Forest half with Chelsea. And now Chelsea take the throw in and look to get into the box with a long ball forward. And Aubameyang looking to get on the end of it. But there's just way too much pace on that cross. And it just didn't manage to get on the end of it. Plus under pressure from Forest defender as well. So, yeah, good attempt from Chelsea. Good idea. But like I say, just too much pace on the ball. Sorry. Sorry, Stevie's saying, Billy, you're a Chelsea fan, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sure Billy's a Chelsea fan. Yep, Billy's saying yes, I am. Right, cool. I thought you said Billy. Like I said, I'll remember you guys. You count your names and what clubs you support. A lot. Like I said, the more I see you guys on the channel, it will start to stick. Like I say, just bear with me, guys, if I'm not quite remembering exactly which clubs you guys support. Can get a little bit confusing with new fans dropping in randomly sometimes. But the more I see you guys in the chat, the more I get to know you, and then I'll start to remember your personal football details, if you get my meaning. Just having a couple of throw-ins. It's just had a throw-in and it's gone out for another throw-in, guys. Stephen Allen, thought so. Yeah, absolutely, Stevie. Thanks for that. And cheers, Billy. Like I say, Chelsea, I don't know if you're watching this, Billy, let me know what you're making of this. Because like I say, for me, I'm not used to seeing Chelsea play this slowly. I know at Stamford Bridge, they certainly don't play slow like this. The fans wouldn't tolerate them playing this slowly, I don't think. Annie Marie Sheena. How's it going, Annie? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you involved, and Happy New Year. Best wishes to you, mate. Great to see you. Annie's saying 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. No, sorry, that's the next comment. Apologies, sorry. Annie's saying Chelsea 2-0. Right, Chelsea 2-0. Well, it can't be 2-0 yet now, mate. Obviously, it could be 2-1. Chelsea now into the box from that far side with a cross into the box, blocked by Forest players, and now it's gone out behind for a goal kick, and I think Chelsea thought that should be a corner because one or two of the Chelsea players just venting their frustration towards the linesman. 83 minutes gone, guys, and still 1-1. But yeah, absolutely, Annie. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts, and welcome to Fanden. Great to have you involved, mate. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved in the chat. And now Forest clear the ball up the field on this near side. Don't manage to quite get it under control, under pressure from two Chelsea defenders. and now Chelsea back in possession as they switch the play out to that far side and look to move up the field. But Chelsea under pressure on that far side again, and they've lost it. And now Forest looking to get in the box and a pass back, a cut back, or pass back, whatever you want to call it, to an on-running Forest fan. Forest fan, what am I on about? Forest player, sorry. To an on-running Forest player on the edge of the goal box. But Forest now move the ball back out to midfield. I'm getting a bit more tongue-tied tonight. Tonight on tonight's stream. I'm wondering whether that beer's affected my my tongue, what I had last night. Because, like I said, guys, I don't drink very often, so maybe the celebrations of the new year are just affecting my my je ne sais quoi, as they might say in France. But thank you very much anyway, Annie. We just got a stoppage for a foul. So we'll just come back to the chat and see what you guys are saying while the free kick is being sorted out. Brian Burke, how's it going, Brian? Welcome to the chat, mate. Great to have you involved. A happy new year. Best wishes to you. Brian Burke is saying 1-1. Right, well, that's obviously that's the score at the minute, mate. But I'm not sure if that was a prediction or just your thoughts. Brian Burke, Forest equaliser. Yeah, mate. It was a good equaliser, good team goal. Now Chelsea lost the ball under pressure from Forest, and I'm just trying to make sense of what the referee's doing here. It looks like we've got another substitution coming for Chelsea, guys. 86 minutes gone. And it's Chikwa coming on and Pulisic coming off. And now Chelsea in possession out on that far side. Again, you'd think they'd stay away from that far side considering the amount of times they've lost possession. And they still look to come down that far side again. And they've lost it again to Forest. Honest, how is it I could sit here and spot this as a football fan, and yet the manager on the touchline is not identifying and sending instructions on to the team to deal with it? That is several times now that has happened where Forest have gone down that, where Chelsea have gone down that far side and lost possession to to Forest, because Forest have clearly identified that they're having joy down, and they're down there again now. Chelsea now doing it again, and the ball down that near side passed forward and cut out by Forest defenders. Honest, guys, how is it? I can see this as a football fan, and yet the players and the manager, who are professionals, are not identifying that they're not having no success down that far side. And it's not even that they're not having success, it's the amount of times they've lost possession to Forest down that side. Forest now making a change, guys. I will come back to the comments in a second, guys. Forest, Awanya coming off and Williams coming on. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. Bit of a mouthful, that one. So, yeah, just coming up to 88 minutes gone, guys. And we are restarting the game with a free kick midway inside the Forest half. Long ball forward from the keeper. And now Chelsea pick up possession on the edge of their own box, but lose it again down that far side, passing it forward as Forest regain possession and now switch the play out to this near side. But the ball has gone out. I'm not sure. I think it's gone out for a corner, or is it a throw-in? Are we going to have a long throw-in? Yeah, I think. Yeah, throw-in. Sorry, just with the way the fans reacted, then you couldn't actually see the ball go out properly. And I thought with the reaction of the fans, it had gone out for a corner, but it's not. It's a throw-in. Now Chelsea with the ball forward up to the halfway line, and they've lost it again to Forest, and Chelsea regain possession as it's kicked back towards their end of the pitch, and they pick up possession now again at the back and look to build again down this near side. Don't do it. Don't do it. See, they're going back inside, and they're going to switch out to that far side. See, what? I can't believe what I'm watching here, guys. Why don't they try and come down this near side? They keep going down that far side and losing possession. Absolutely shocking. I'm stunned that such a top, team like Chelsea would keep doing this same. All right, down that far side. They've not lost it, but they're under mega pressure. And now they've lost it. See, I could see it happening, guys. They've lost it again down that far side from Forest pressing the ball. It is stunning that they are not identifying that Forest have got their number down that far side. Bang on 90 minutes, guys. We're just going to find out what added time. I will come back to the comments in a minute. Sorry, guys. I'm just being a little bit absorbed by the game at the minute. I'm stunned that such a top team like Chelsea are making these. This is a Champions League team, for crying out loud, and they have gone through all of this half not recognising, and the first half not recognising that every time they've gone down that far side, they have lost. I bet the percentage has got to be about 80-90% of the time they've gone down that far side, they've lost possession to Forest. So why keep doing it? And why is Graham Potter not trying to get some instructions onto the players to let them know that that clearly they're not going to get any joy down that side? They've hardly ever got near the box when they've come down that side. Most of the time, 80% of the time, guys, I would say that at least 80% of the time they've lost possession coming down that far side, and yet they keep doing it. Now Chelsea in possession on the halfway line. They're looking to do it again. They're doing it again. No, luckily they've switched it back now. Maybe they're starting to recognise it. Now they're on this near side as they look, but no, they come back. Don't do it. They're going to do it. Oh no, down the middle. Sorry, I'm just anticipating the same mistake now because they've done it that many times. So sorry, guys. So Chelsea just passing it amongst themselves on the halfway line and don't seem in too much of a rush to get forward here, considering we're into added on time. 92 minutes gone, guys. 3 minutes added on. And ball forward for Chelsea onto the edge of the box. But they lose it and Forest kick it clear and it's out on this near side for a throw-in. Aubameyang looking quite frustrated in the box at the moment. Forest pick up possession after the throw-in and clear the ball, but only as far as the halfway line. And now Chelsea regain possession. And look to down that side again. Honest, they keep doing it. I'm stunned what I'm seeing. Now, luckily, they've not lost possession on this on that far side this time because of the let's just say meaty challenge, shall we say, from a Forest player. Very, very crunching challenge, if I'm honest. So they managed to keep possession, and the Forest player has got booked. But the Forest player is inspired to put in that kind of a challenge through the success that Forest have had stealing the ball back from Chelsea down that far side. So we got a free kick now coming in, guys. Midway inside the Forest half of the pitch, out to the far side of the pitch. Cross comes in, and it's headed clear from Forest. Not far enough, and now the referee blows the final whistle. So that was a strange one for me, guys. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you guys. Let's see what everybody in the chat is saying after the game. Like I say, shocking performance from where I'm sitting there for Chelsea, guys. Really strange. I've seen them. I've seen Chelsea play many times over the years. And I think that's one of the most, I don't know, just the most lacking in energy, lacking in ideas that I've seen from Chelsea for quite some time. Um, and like I say, obviously Chelsea fans might think different. They might not like me saying it, but it's constructive criticism, guys. Really disappointing effort there from Chelsea, and stunned to see them keep using that same area of the pitch where they was losing possession. But let's see what you guys are saying. Like I say, if you just join us, please do hit the like button, get your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you guys. Like I say, we are very much a fan channel, not a club channel. So we want you guys to feel a part of the channel. So do drop your comments in the chat, and consider subscribing if you're new as well, guys. That would be appreciated. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys are saying. So Brian Burke, Forest equalizer, absolutely, mate. And finishes all square. Thanks for that, Brian. Great to see you in the chat. Kieran Williams saying Potter's Blonkers. Sorry, I'm. Is that meant to be Potter's Plonkers? I'm not sure, mate. Apologies if I'm reading it wrong. It says, but Kieran saying Potter's Blonkers fail sort. So again, sorry, mate. It's not making much sense what you're saying. I'm struggling to understand your sentence, but I'm presuming you're criticising the manager for basically not identifying, and rightly so, Kieran, because some. I see. Sorry, my apologies, mate. My bad. You've corrected it. Just obviously a type error. Potter's Plonkers. Kieran is saying. Well, off that second half performance, mate, I cannot disagree with you. That was quite shocking to see such an experienced team, a Champions League team, not identifying that Nottingham Forest had their number on that far side, and Chelsea just seemed one-dimensional in that second half with not much. They did come through the middle once or twice, and they did probe down this near side once or twice. But the majority of the time, they was trying to go down that far side, and Forest just had their number. They just had the number. They figured it out, and they were having success. And the more that Forest had success getting the ball back off Chelsea down that far side, the more it encouraged Forest, and the more confidence them players on that far side. You could see the players growing in confidence every time. It was like they were setting traps. They would leave space for Chelsea to run into, and as soon as Chelsea went to use that space, immediately the Forest players were reacting to close the space. So a bit of a shocker there from Chelsea, taking advantage of the possession that they had and trying to make it work down that far side. So yeah, Kieran with Potters and Blonkers. So I can't disagree on that, but second half performance, mate. Memos. Signet. I'm not. Malmona Signet. Not sure if I'm reading your name correctly, mate. But appreciate you coming, getting involved. Great to see a new face in the chat, and thank you. 12. I'm not sure what you mean by that, mate. If you want to drop another message in to specify exactly what you're meaning, that would be helpful, mate. Always want you guys to feel involved in the channel, but please do try to make your comments so I can understand them, guys. Would be appreciated. But thank you, Mamuna, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ethan Dixon, come on, Forest. Yeah, absolutely. Great point for Forest. And like I say, Chelsea, great team, and but I've got to criticise them today because how does such an experienced club with the experience that they have, a Champions League club, how did it show that just that lack of adjustment to the fact that I could see it here? I'm just a normal football fan. I don't claim to be the most knowledgeable football fan, but even I could see it. So if I could see it, how is the players and the manager not identifying that wasn't working down that far side? I don't understand that. But absolutely, Ethan, glad, happy if you're enjoying that point there, mate. Rightly so. A good point for Forest at home to Chelsea. Rich Paul Sports, how's it going, mate? Great to see you in the chat, and welcome to the show. Happy New Year to you, mate. All the best. Um, Rich Paul is saying 1-1. Whoa, Happy New Year, Van Den. Is the Premier League the most entertaining? Sorry, most entertaining in the world. Well, that's a good shout, mate. You could be right. I don't know. I don't. I think it's definitely up there with one of the most entertaining leagues in the world, mate. But I wouldn't like to disrespect other countries' leagues by saying we're the best. We're definitely one of the best. Let's say it that way. Let's say that without offending any other nations and their respective leagues. Let's say we're one of the best leagues in the world. But yeah, absolutely. Rich Poe Sports. We are spoilt sometimes with the Premier League and how entertaining, and not just the Premier League either. The Championship as well. You watch some of the games down there. There's some fantastic, entertaining games in the Championship as well. But we really are spoilt in the UK sometimes with with the variety of clubs that we've got and the quality of football and the standards as well. I think the only thing that maybe just lets the UK football down is the people that run the UK football, because let's be honest, most of them are not football fans, they're businessmen. And that's probably the only major downfall we could criticise the UK football pyramid for, um, if I'm honest. But maybe you guys have other thoughts. I don't know. But yep, absolutely. Rich Bo Sports, thank you very much for coming, getting involved, mate, and best wishes to you for the new year and to your family as well. And that goes for all of you guys. Stephen Allen, is Preston playing today or tomorrow, Ethan? I'm not sure, mate. I'm losing track of all the games, to be honest. So sorry, Stevie. Apologies, mate. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look. I'm been going day to day to myself personally because there's that many games. But I know the one big game on tomorrow, and that is the Glasgow Derby, the Old Firm. That's a massive game tomorrow. Rangers and Celtic playing each other, so that's a big game in Scotland. Rich Poe Sports with Graham Potter and Eddie Howe doing well in the Premier League. Do you see a rivalry in the English managers in English managers' fortunes? Oh, sorry, rivalry in England's English managers' fortunes. Um, Not really, mate. No, not really. I don't think. I think the managers are quite realistic enough to recognise that they just get on with their job, and they're basically at the mercy of the FA and the AFL, whether they have any chance of becoming an international manager. So maybe a bit of rivalry, personal rivalry, competing with each other. I wouldn't rule that out. So you might be right there, Rich Poe Sports. Maybe you're correct with that, mate. But like I say. I'm not sure if you're meaning rivalry as in rivalry for like an international job with the England manager's job or something like that, or whether you're just meaning rivalry as managers between each other as managers professionally. So yeah, I think you definitely could take that on board, but I think that exists with all managers. Obviously, it's a competitive sport, in it, so there's no way that the managers are not also competitive with each other. And we know that, obviously, I'm just showing my age now, but we know that Alex Ferguson used to be very, very competitive with his managerial rivals. So we might not see it highlighted as much today, but there's no way it's not still there. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question, mate. Thanks for that, Rich Pro Sports. Great question, mate. Rich Pro Sports saying, love the passion in the voice. Fan Dan question, would you have taken on the challenge of being a manager. Is that manager? Have you managed before at any level? Not in football, mate. Not in football, but I have been complimented a number of times over the years that I've got good leadership skills. That's not me saying that. That's other people telling me that. So I've always had the feeling that I possibly could be a good manager in football, as a motivator and a people person. But no, I've never actually had any experience managing in football, mate. But like I say, plenty of people over the years told me I've got good leadership qualities. But that's, like I say, that's not me saying it. That's other people that have said that to me. Thanks for that, mate. Um, Jeff Hugh. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. Really appreciate you coming getting involved. Great to see you, and all the best for the new year. Jeff saying soccer is the best. Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's a great sport, and we all enjoy it, and that's why we love it. It's very absorbing. Thank you very much for that, Jeff. Great to see you in the chat, mate. Like I say, always a pleasure to see new faces coming, getting involved. Any of you guys want it new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Like I say, we're not a club channel, we are a fan channel, and I'm trying to. I am ambitious, and I've got a really ambitious project to build this channel to help fans have a voice in football, in the world of football. We know players have got representation. We know that clubs have representation, but who truly represents the fans? Nobody. The pundits and the TV and media companies might talk the talk and speak up and say that they care about fans, but reality is that they care about fans because they make money out of fans. So it's easy to say it. But like I say, I'm a very passionate guy, and I care about how fans are treated in football. And I've a very ambitious project to hopefully build this channel to help good fans come together and see if we can create something unique in the football world that helps fans get a better voice in the football world. Like I say, might not be successful, guys, but I'm very ambitious, and I'm going to give it every effort I can, and I'm extremely motivated. Rich Pro Sports is saying, Mr. Potter has really felt the tongue lashing of football fandom. Haha. Hopefully Potter will learn, or he may get the P45. Well, like I say, I don't want to criticise him too much, because it's, at the end of the day, yes, he should have identified the fault and tried to get a message on the pitch. But also the players, these are top rated players. They should be identifying that they were, where they was having no joy. Just to let you know, guys, Forest with 12 shots on 12 shots, Chelsea 7 on target, Nottingham Forest 5, Chelsea 2. So that tells you how poor they were today. Possession, Chelsea 72%, Nottingham Forest 28%. So basically, Forest having a lot lesser percentage, but having a lot more success on goal with that less possession. Like I say, Chelsea just looked a shadow of the team that we know they are today. They just definitely in that second half, I was stunned to see them keep repeating the same tactic, trying to get Forest down that far side. They were having absolutely no joy with it. Forest were getting more and more confident, more and more motivated every time Chelsea went down that side. Like I say, the possession and the shots on goal tell you that. But yeah, Rich Pro Sports, like I say, thanks for that, mate. Really appreciate it. And I'm not particularly wanting to have a go at the manager, mate. It's just constructive criticism towards the manager and the team as well. Because, like I say, for me, how I don't understand how they didn't recognise it. I was recognising it from at least halfway through that second half. So if I can see that sitting here just as a normal fan, How is Chelsea's professional coaches and professional players not identifying um, that that far side was having no joy? So it'd be Chelsea's right hand side. It'd be Chelsea's on their right hand side. They was having no joy and they kept trying it. So why didn't they switch to trying more on the left hand side? The more that they failed on that right hand side, why didn't they switch? Why didn't these professional players and managers and teams and coaching staff, not one of them, had the foresight to realise we're not having no joy down our right hand side, so let's go down our left hand side? It's shocking, absolutely shocking. But maybe they're just having a bad day at the office. We can always accept that some clubs sometimes can just have a bad one-off game, and maybe that was it today for Chelsea. Rich Paul Sports is saying when you see poor play by a team, do you blame the manager or the players? Both, mate. Both. Absolutely both. And the longer it goes on, then one thing that annoys me is it gets to a point, the more a team play badly, the more it puts pressure on the manager. And one thing that I will always criticise managers when they get tactics wrong or when they're not getting the best out of players. But there's also the aspect of where you have to criticise players as well, because how many times over the years have we seen it with United not so long ago, where players just decide to down tools. They decide that they don't want the manager anymore. They're going to hang him out to dry, and they just down tools. And you see it in their performances. And you always notice it, guys. We always notice it as football fans because we're knowledgeable as football fans. You guys are knowledgeable, and you know it because you always see it. You recognise it, and then you're proven right by the fact of the performance that you see when a new manager comes in. Whenever the new manager comes in, that first performance you see, that is when you know that you've seen that the players have not been playing for the previous manager for whatever length of period of time. So, like I say, for me, I always look to both. I don't look to blame one or the other. I've looked to both, but it also depends. Also, Rich Paul Sports also depends on the circumstances as well. You have to look at all aspects. One thing that does grind on me is when pundits criticise things, but don't look at all aspects of it. If you're going to criticise, fair enough. Criticise. That's why we love the game. We love to enjoy it when it's good, but we also love to criticise when it's bad. But for me, if pundits and people in football want to criticise constructively. Criticise as much as you can, but with taking as many aspects into account as you can. Don't just go all out. Just like, for example, there's one particular radio station that did some serious criticism of Arsene Wenger towards the end of his reign at Arsenal, and they didn't take all the facts into account. And it was just a non-stop frenzy of like they had the bit between themselves to just crucify him until he got the sack. Now that's disgraceful because I'm not saying he didn't deserve criticism at the time, but it was an all-out attack. They were literally just lining up every show they could, waiting to criticise Wenger after every game. And it's a well-known radio station national-wide. I'm not going to name it, but I'm sure you guys are aware of it. But at one point, it didn't happen now. In fact, I've not even listened to that radio station for a while. But at one point, when Arsene Wenger was at Arsenal, they was ridiculous how much they was going after him, and it was obvious. It seemed to be a personal thing where they wanted to get him the sack. Now, to me, that's unprofessional. If you're going to criticise, fine, criticise. We're all entitled to that. We're football fans, but criticise constructively. Take everything into account. So yeah, like I say, Richard, there's your answer, mate. Not sure if it's the answer you want to hear, but there's an answer anyway. Thanks for that, mate. Rich Poe Sports also saying, oh come on, sorry. Rich Poe Sports also saying, this really annoying me, that arrow. We love the game of football. Football fan den reflects that passion, drama, and anxiety that football brings. All the best to all underdogs and for favourites. I'm knackered just listening. No worries, mate. No worries. Thank you very much for coming and getting involved. Like I said, I'm presuming maybe you had a bit of a party night last night, mate, which is totally understandable. A lot of people out celebrating the new year. And thank you very much for that, Rich Bowl Sports. You put your feet up, mate, relax and enjoy the remainder of your holiday. And thank you very much for coming getting involved. Best wishes to you, mate, for the new year. Um, and appreciate the positivity as well, mate. Jacob and Jack is saying, hi, mate. Hi, Jacob. Did you leave? I thought you was in the chat earlier on, weren't you, mate? Weren't you here earlier? Or is he maybe saying hello to one of you guys in the chat? I'm sure you was in the chat earlier. Just quickly backtracking to see. Yep, he was. Yep, I thought he was. Um, Sorry, Jacob. I was just checking and gave the impression that you were just joining us, but I thought you'd been in the chat earlier. Maybe you were just saying hi to some of the other guys in the chat. So my bad, my mistake, mate. But thank you very much, Jacob. Great to see you talk it, get involved, mate. Rich Pop Sports speaking with you will be on my New Year's list. Love the energy and your work rate. No worries, mate. Like I say, definitely want to keep pushing forward with the Fandom project. Like I say, I'm very ambitious and motivated to try and build something unique and something that no other football channel on YouTube seems to be really doing. I'm not saying there is other football channels, and with all respect to what they do a great job, and they've got their own ambitions and ideas. But for me, there is no real football YouTube channel that is truly trying to create a fan community where it brings fans together and absolutely exclusively for fans. And that's what we want to make here, guys. We want to make a channel that is exclusive for fans, that cares about what you care about in football and speaks up for you guys. We have enough. We hear enough from football pundits. We know that players are protected with the players PFA that protect the players. Football clubs are protected, but who looks out for you guys? Who looks out for you guys? The fans. Nobody. The FA just keep taking fans for granted. Football clubs keep putting up ticket prices, taking fans for granted. And I intend to try and create something new, unique for you guys, so that in the future, hopefully, this channel will start to speak up on behalf of fans in the football world. It's an ambitious project, but I'm very motivated and hope to give everything I can to try and make it a success for you guys. So please do consider subscribing. And like I say, come and get involved in the chat, guys. This channel is for you. I want you to feel really a part of it and involved. So yeah, thank you very much, Rich Pro Sports. Really appreciate the positive comments, mate, and supportiveness. Thanks for that. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully making arrangements with you to get you on the channel at some point, if we can actually find time to talk, to make those plans. Where did the comment go? Why did it just come up? Sorry, the computer decided to just have a wobbler on me there. And now it's doing it again. Why is it doing that? Why has it lost my comment? Sorry, just bear with me a second, guys. I don't know why it's just done that to me. Now we're back normal. There we go. Sealad, Forest fan here. Even game. I thought lots of Chelsea possession, but no threat. NFC improving every week. Right, Sealed. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Great to see you. Happy New Year to you, mate. Yeah, from my point of view, watching the game, I watched the Forest. We did a match watch along the other day for Forest v United, and all that was missing from you guys, from what I could see against United, was what's the word I'm looking for? possession in the final third to actually create something. You guys played well against United. You just didn't quite manage to make the best of your possession in the final third. But today, I thought you guys played really well. You soaked up the pressure really well from Chelsea. Um, yes, there's criticism from Chelsea, but at the end of the day, it's the same for all teams. You can only deal with the team that's put in front of you. And from a Nottingham Forest point of view today, I thought there was really well. And you guys, uh, I thought that you were growing in confidence, and Chelsea making a lot of mistakes with trying to move down that far side of the pitch. And you guys had their number. You really did. You had their number. Your players. I was really impressed with some of the play from Forest and the pressing. The fact that you guys was trying to soak up the pressure, and then as soon as Chelsea moved to move up the pitch, your players were absolutely spot on with the press. Making life really difficult for Chelsea. And I think it affected Chelsea because we all know I'm sure even you as a Forest fan, mate, will admit that we normally expect a bit better from Chelsea in respect of their what making better use of the possession that they had. And today they were not at the races. And maybe we can always say that that's down to Chelsea not being at the races. But we can also potentially look at it as that maybe just Forest so motivated, and Chelsea just not quite not took the threat serious enough from Forest. Maybe underestimating Forest after watching previous games or something like that. So credit to Forest, they did a great job on Chelsea today. They managed to get a point out of it, deservedly so. And like I say, even though there is criticism for Chelsea today, you can't take nothing away from Nottingham Forest guys. They did. Like we always say, it's the old saying: you can only beat the team that's put in front of you. Now, nobody beat each other today, obviously, but the point is that Forest gave a good account of themselves, and even if some people would argue that that Chelsea weren't at their best today, there's nothing Forest can do about that. Good or bad, whatever team comes, you can only play against the team that's put in front of you. For me, Forest deserve a lot of credit today for making life difficult for Chelsea. And I think some serious questions need to be asked about Chelsea's tactics today. The fact that they didn't recognise what wasn't working for them. But yeah, thanks for that, Sealed. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. And thank you very much for coming, getting involved, mate. Always great to see new faces in the chat. And like I say, great to have you involved. Ethan is saying, Ethan Dixon, hello. How's it going? How's it going, Ethan? Welcome to the job. I'm sure you was involved in. Did you jump off or something, mate? And you're just coming back. Maybe that's why some of you guys are coming saying hello. But but yeah, welcome back, Ethan. If you was, but I'm sure you was in the chat earlier, mate. But yeah, or maybe saying hello to Sealed, and I'm misunderstanding it. But thank you very much, Ethan. Great to have you involved in the chat, even if it's a little confusing, because like I said, I was sure you was in the chat earlier. Rich Post Sport is saying Happy New Year, Sealed, Ethan, Jacob, and all fans who have supported this channel. Forest, Bournemouth, Southampton have the fight. I love the fight shown. Absolutely. Sorry. There's an arrow, guys. When your comments come up and I highlight it, there's a stupid arrow that blocks off what I can see on this melon. This is the streaming platform we're using, and sometimes the arrow pops up randomly. Sometimes it's not there, and sometimes it just pops up. And when it does, it blocks off half the message, so I have to scroll down the list to get it to come visible again, and it's a little bit frustrating. But like I say, we're experimenting with this streaming platform at the minute to see how good it is. So we'll have to just bite the bullet with it for the moment. But yeah, absolutely, Rich Boat Sports. Thank you very much for that, mate. Appreciate the best wishes, and best wishes to you and all the guys in the chat. And like I say, hope the future, the new year is positive and prosperous for all of you guys and your families. Ethan Dixon, yes, they play tomorrow vs Stoke. You've lost me now. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Who plays against Stoke? Preston. Preston. Ah, right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Preston. That was just a bit random then, mate. Sorry, Ethan. You threw me off a bit then. Yeah, that's it. Right. Sorry. I told you I'll get it. I'll get it. Yeah, Ethan's a Preston fan. Like I say, you've been on channel a couple of times now, mate, but hopefully it will start to click the more I see you. And like I said, just taking a little bit of time for everything to stick in my head, guys. The more I see you and get to know you, then I'll start to remember your personal football loyalties and stuff like that. But yeah, I had to. It was just a bit random that it just come from, like I say, yes, they have played. They played tomorrow v Stoke. So like I say, it just threw me off the scent a little bit. So apologies there, Ethan. My bad, mate. But yeah, like I say, I had to think about it. But now I realise you're talking about Preston because you are a Preston fan. I'll be buzzing when I do start to remember all your clubs, guys, because it will make it a lot easier to follow the chat as I get to know you guys and start to remember which clubs you support. Stephen Allen is saying, "Good luck, mate. Hope they get a win." Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, Preston being a Northwest team, so obviously, yeah, it would be great to see you guys get a win against against Stoke. Although that won't be an easy fixture because Stoke are not an easy team to play. Are you playing that away at home or away, Ethan? Let us know if you're still there, mate. Thank you very much for that, Stephen. Appreciate it, mate. Joey is saying you are a Preston fan, Ethan. Yeah, he is. I just forgot for a minute. Like I say, it will take a few times for me to see you guys in the chat before it sticks, but it will stick. I will start to remember all your clubs. But like I say, with different people keep randomly coming in, and some of you guys are new to the channel as well. It just might take me one or two streams to just get it to stick in my head, but hopefully it will stick soon. But yeah, Joey, I think Ethan is a Preston fan, if I remember correctly. Like I say, just slipped my mind because he's only been on channel a couple of times, so it's just not quite stuck in my head yet. So apologies, Ethan, but hopefully it will start to stick very soon. Thanks for that, Joey. Stephen Allen is saying yes, he is, Joey. Yeah, there you go, mate. Like I say, just slipped my mind for a second. Thanks for that, Stevie. Sealed saying absolutely spot on analysis. I expect more from Chelsea too. Yeah, like I say, mate, thank you very much for the positive comment. Appreciate that. Like I say, I don't want to criticize teams unless it's constructive criticism, and when it's needed, I will say it. I will always try and say it with respect and be respectful to the manager and the players as best possible. But sometimes it needs saying as plain as you see it. And like I say, for me, I think Chelsea definitely below performance today. I don't know whether it was them themselves or the fact that Nottingham Forest, the way they were playing tactically, I couldn't. I'm not professing myself to be an expert to identify that kind of thing. But for me, definitely a below performance today for Chelsea. It's up to you guys to decide whether you think that was because of Chelsea or because of the way Forest played the game. But yeah, so guys, we are at the end of the chat. If you want to add any, sorry guys, if any of you guys want to add any final comments, please do drop them in now before we call it a day. We will be back tomorrow with more streams because we've got a lot of football tomorrow. It's a bank holiday tomorrow as well. So hopefully we will try and do a bit more tomorrow. And hopefully, if you guys are not busy, it'd be great if you can join me. Like I say, if you've got any final thoughts, guys, please do drop your comments in the chat before we call it a day. And for any of you guys just dropping in, if you just want a quick overview for the game, it was a good game. Chelsea looked to be in control in the first half. and doing what we expect Chelsea to do. Nottingham Forest created a few chances, but struggled a little bit more in the first half. But as the game progressed in the second half, Forest grew in confidence, looked much better in the second half. Chelsea struggled a lot more to get themselves going, made a lot of their own mistakes in the second half, and even some mistakes in the first half, losing possession cheaply and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, like I say, a decent performance from Nottingham Forest. They give a good account of themselves and deservedly got an equaliser. But big question marks about Chelsea's performance. The fact that they went so long through that game trying to use that far side, the right hand side from a Chelsea point of view, the right wing, and they lost the ball. They sloppy passing. They were losing the ball to the press from Nottingham Forest on that side. There was just so many mistakes, and it was a lot of it down that side of the pitch. So obviously, I'm expecting that maybe the Chelsea fans are going to be quite critical of that, and I'm sure they'll notice it. I'm sure Chelsea fans will notice it. There's no way if I've identified it, just me, and I don't, like I say, I don't claim to be any expert analyst. But if I can spot it, and I'm just a normal football fan, the experience that the Chelsea fans have of their own team, there's no way the Chelsea fans have not identified that today. No way. And I'm sure constructive criticism will come about that, and rightly so. But yeah. So that's about it from me, guys. Just going to read the final comments and see what you guys are saying before I call it a day. Stevie Allen saying, thanks everyone for watching and joining in the footy talk. See you on future streams. Please hit that like button before you go. Happy New Year to you all. Absolutely nice one, Stevie. Thank you very much for that, and really do appreciate all the great work you do in the background for us to keep the chat positive and clean and respectful to avoid all the spam and the people that want to try and spoil the positive atmosphere. So thanks for that, Stevie, and happy New Year to you as well. Best wishes, and like I say, been a great stream today. Some great comments from you guys, and as usual, some fantastic support. Absolutely top draw, guys. Really, really do appreciate the support. I do not take it for granted. I really appreciate it. So, like I say, thanks for that, Stevie. Joey, with the final comment. Joey saying, cheers, Stevie. You too. Thanks, guys, for a great stream. No, you guys, told you, you guys make it a great stream. Without you guys, the channel is nothing. Like I say, it's you guys that add to the quality of this stream. Yes, I am the face of it, and I sit here to obviously to host the channel. But it's like I say, it's you guys that make this channel special, and hopefully we're working together with you guys involved and the positive fans that we've already started to gather around the channel. Hopefully the future is bright for Fanden, and hopefully I can potentially we might make some headway towards the ambitions I've got to try and create this channel as a real, true fan channel for fans that care about the future of the game. So thanks a lot, guys. Like I say, massive respect to all you guys, and really appreciate all the positive chat and conversation today, and the supportive comments as well. Really do appreciate it. So big shout out to all you guys for the great support today. And like I say, that's about it for me. I'm not going to name everybody's names today because I think we've had a bit more of an active stream, so I don't want to leave anybody out. So all you guys that have shown up, you know who you are. That have been really active in today's stream. And like I say, I really do appreciate it. Do not take it for granted. And like I say, hopefully you guys are starting to feel a part of the channel. And like I said, that is one of the ambitions I have for the channel. I've got a lot of ambitions for the channel, but one key ambition is that you guys feel part of it. So like I say, that's it from me today, guys. Like I said, all the best for the new year, and to all of you and your families. Stay safe out there, and hopefully I will see you again soon on a future stream. Bye for now. Take care.